Round 4 of the 2016 Drift Allstars Championship brings top-level drifting to the heart of the Baltics at Allstars Rally Park near Tallinn. The first of 3 back-to-back events in Europe, with the Latvian and German Drift GPs taking place over the following 2 weekends. It'll be interesting to see who played it safe and who went for broke in the run down to the championship. With fierce competition from local talent too, the best of the Baltics would face off from the best of the Drift All-Stars, and yet again they're testing walls, jumps and elevation changes, pushing the drivers to the limits of their ability. P4 was snatched by young Norwegian driver Fredrik Oksnevall, who showed great form following on from strong results in round 3 in Ireland. Fredrik would battle his way through qualifying to claim another good position, and when the smoke settled, the top 4 drivers will be separated by just 2 points. The reigning 2-time champion James Dean pushed hard during his judge runs, but a mistake on entry was enough to push him back in the session and into 3rd place. The Latvian frontrunner Jānis Eglīte, who was fired up after getting his championship campaign back on track in Ireland. Eglīte would charge hard and take the lead of the session for a long time until Australian driver Kantarowski again he showed he can mix it up with the best in Europe. Kantarowski brought his all-or-nothing driving style to the technical Estonian circuit, pushing his Speedtech PS13 to the limit and claiming the top qualifying position. The action resumes tomorrow as the main event is streamed on the Drift All-Stars Facebook page at 1:30 local time and 11:30 GMT. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat. Round 4 of the 2016 Drift Allstars Championship brings top-level drifting to the heart of the Baltics at Allstars Rally Park near Tallinn. The first of 3 back-to-back events in Europe, with the Latvian and German Drift GPs taking place over the following 2 weekends. It'll be interesting to see who played it safe and who went for broke in the run down to the championship. With fierce competition from local talent too, the best of the Baltics would face off from the best of the Drift All-Stars, and yet again they're testing walls, jumps and elevation changes, pushing the drivers to the limits of their ability. P4 was snatched by young Norwegian driver Fredrik Oksnevall, who showed great form following on from strong results in round 3 in Ireland. Fredrik would battle his way through qualifying to claim another good position, and when the smoke settled, the top 4 drivers will be separated by just 2 points. Frontrunner Jānis Eglīte, who was fired up after getting his championship campaign back on track in Ireland. Eglīte would charge hard and take the lead of the session for a long time until Australian driver Kantarowski again he showed he can mix it up. The action resumes tomorrow as the main event is streamed on the Drift All-Stars Facebook page at 1:30 local time and 11:30 GMT. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat.
face it, he's got a root hole. So this guy's all the way from Cyprus to 350Z.
Edgar Askarstad. Edgar.
Now what we do with this one, the body's actually shut. If I'm right, this is 950 horsepower. What's about this?
A lot of power. And a lot of power. So we have an active driver running. Yes, they are good.
Party players finishing the trio. So we have Jansen Ite, we have Gregor Oxnabad, and down the far end we've also got Nigel Colfer.
today, and also in the future. The new Latvian talent, Ricky.
Yeah, I believe that is supposed to be the new. And from Latvia, number 22, English Anderson.
So now we have Andy Spencer, the young driver, 17-year-old driver from Estonia, with a brand new BMW, and his teammates, Mike Member, driver from Germany,
Mr. Marcel Ore.
Nissan Skyline,
Off the board, all the way from Norway. And he is Mr. Kenneth North.
So we're really happy here in Estonia to see so many beautiful Nissans. Because to be honest, for local drivers, BMW is the main car to drive.
Yeah, that's why it's like crazy whenever you come over to this part of the world, the problem with the idea of respect is you, everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
We've not afforded in England.
And we can't afford right-hand drive Nissan Skyline store or whatever. So do we have some more drivers to come? Yes, we do. See a Ukrainian driver coming. Artus Latinowska.
Again, it will be a boogie driver, and this one is
Absolutely. Artus is the one who was the so top of the track, especially as the second half of the track. So keep your eye on him. He's really on it.
yes, he did another so crazy amount of work. Really got off the line. He's absolutely fine. He just seems to be pulling hard on that.
More than enough for this track. All right, and now we are continuing with Estonian national anthem. All the crowd and all the drivers, please stand up and take off your hats that I do right now. We'll have Estonian national anthem. Kuuleme, keda teisi hümni, ja me keda rahvusvahelise liikluse auks. So we have all the prizes here on the line. Here I have Alexander Kakarowski from Down Under from Australia with me. So here, Alexander, this is your first time in Estonia. What do you think?
What do you think about the score, or what do you think about the sound festival?
It's very interesting. You don't really find that. Usually you just have a flat surface, some painted line, and that's about it.
All right, thank you. Your car seems to be quite lightweight. You have only 4 cylinders to you, but you have plenty of speed. So I really believe that you are one to one. All right, thank you.
Right, over to Mr. Twice for Nigel. So, how many times have you been to Estonia now? 3 times? 3rd time now? How do you plan to travel?
Yeah, this is my third time here now. I always like matching Estonia. It's a great crowd here. It's a good atmosphere. Cracking loads of fun, and yeah, we get to do some battles and chase those. And yeah, it's a really fun place to be.
Our practice this morning, so we decided to practice with James again earlier. So it was nice to practice with someone you know, but also that you know competitive and you might be later down the battle. How does it feel kind of coming in, especially since this first one, when you're chasing the drivers, it's blind, you know the company more, how do you kind of feel that?
Yeah, we chase James this morning. We chase a lot of guys that I don't know. So, yeah, you just know where you're chasing other cars. You just do what you do. I know so you can initiate and you're like, and yeah, just kind of do whatever happens. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting beginning to the lap. Just making some really fun races and yeah,
So who's your first battle then?
I think I'm up here again.
Will we get out on now or will we wait till we get to the show?
It was a bigger thing, so I think we'll wait till we get out to the track.
Well, best of luck and we'll catch you later.
Alright, next one we have here is the opponent to Nigel Bolter, Jarmalu from Team Coast Team Estonia. We have a really nice car. How much horsepower do you have? Yeah, it's quite a lot for this track. We had a chance to have a lap during the training with Nigel. So, what do you have? Or faster than you?
I can't remember what the video was. I remember last year was
but I mean, talk me through the car from some of these other kind of machines. It looks very basic to me. You've got something hidden under the front of the bonnet.
Yes, we have under the bonnet we have the most powerful engine in Estonia, and it's driving very good.
So that explains why there's quite a lot of smoke coming out the back of this thing this morning.
Yes, yes.
So what kind of horsepower are we actually running in this?
900 horses and over 1,000 Newton meters.
Is that enough, or are you being a bit greedy?
It's enough.
So you're looking forward to the battle when you're doing well today? That's all nice to hear. Speak to you later.
Before the next, we have Estonian with the ambassador, with the Allstars. First of all, Christian, please tell me how long you have been in Britain. So, come back to the roots. Christian is the guy who started Britain in Estonia. Yeah, thank you for being here. We all the drivers and here fighting the best in the world. Tell me a little bit about your car. I know that you have had an experience yesterday. Are all these very big, or what is the situation? All right, thank you.
And number 17, Ember Hakasab, all the way from Cyprus, and his first time to Estonia. So, first time to Estonia, you're going to be in Europe, and what's your thoughts?
This is very cool, very hard to ride. I'm very happy to be here.
No, perfect. But we're going to leave that to you, Mr. North Cyprus Trip Champion. Let's look at the battle, and we'll catch you later.
Right, and the next driver is Henry Kimmimani on the 9-4-inch BMW E90. So, this light rally car is a world track, I believe, for the Wilson driver. So, is this layout what you had today for British Allstars? Is it how big different from the tracks that you are used to? Or how it is? So, it's nothing new for you. All usual stuff. All right, thank you.
Number 4, and another trying Times team member, to now be called from Jansen Glitter. I nicknamed Mr. Nice Guy because he's always got a smile on his face, all the way from Norway. Frederick Oxlebad.
Hello, everybody.
Nice to hear that. 6 hours later from here. Great to be back. Hopefully we'll make it all the way this time. It's a great competition. A lot of locals doing great, so we enjoy our look and hope you guys enjoy the show.
Good cheer for Frederick.
And the next driver here is Robert Kyle with me on a really nice looking white body BMW E30. Random question, just one thing. How old is this car? Or what is the birth year of this car? So I believe it's more than 30 years. Alright, really good looking and well-made grip car. Good luck for riding.
And another Norwegian, Alvin Lybrand. Is that right? Perfect. How many times have you been to Estonia? You enjoyed it so far?
It's my first day. First time in Estonia. I really enjoyed it back. Really want to be here. Yeah, hopefully we can put on a good show and maybe make it
Hey, why not? Well, let's look to you, and we'll catch up with you later.
The next driver is Henry Ola on this series BMW E34. Here they go is the defending Estonian champion, and also the big champion of North European Zone. The definitely 600. It's pretty... It's enough for this track. Most of the English cars here have around 600. So I believe you are ready to go and ready for the battle, right? Alright, keep up good work.
Well, Christian Clement, points now, he's got a fantastic outrage today. Check it out later in the time to go to the paddocks. This is Team Ghost Steel. There's two in this, so this is part of the one. Say hello to the crowd.
Hello! Hey! Hello, figure out. Wake me up.
No idea myself, but it sounded like it was popular, so good luck in the battles, and see you later.
Right, next one here in the line, we have Yannis Ekvita from Latvia. Pretty fantastic. So, you have been here in Estonia many times before. You have been here with your old former E30 car. You have been with this car for, I don't know, 3 times or something like that, maybe even more. So, what do you think about this track? Is there anything new or a bit different? Or is the level of the drifting rising in Europe, or what do you feel about it?
The track is actually the same, but the drivers are much better than it was 2 years before, because 2 years before, how I remember, the name of the race was the race, because a lot of cars was on the wall, and today and yesterday it wasn't, and so the level was really high.
Alright, thank you. Good luck.
Now this is going to be nice and easy because you speak English as well as I do, so hopefully we can make your way to the crowd, get some appreciation, and you've got a great look at the car. Best of luck.
Alright, now we have here our friends from Estonia. Really nice looking orange BMW 30. Actually, this car is the most low-power car during this event. It has like a 350 horsepower or something like that. I believe it's your first year in that kind of level of drifting. So what do you think about this track? You have been here before. What do you think about the level of the drifting that we have here?
My first year in drifting, and it's really hard to compete against these high-power cars. I'll do my best to keep up with them and gain as much experience as I can and go over that.
Yeah, that's what we do. All right, thank you.
Please welcome German, Max Heidel. Well, there's also super ladies, so it's puts us back there. So, yeah, that's something that I'm doing really well.
Alright, the next one here is starting young guy from Latvia, the Latvian young gun. Really nice looking with the entire BMW. So, tell me a little bit about your car.
BMW E36. It has a Chevy LS3 engine, approximately 500 horsepower, something like that.
Yeah, LS engine is really great one. I used to have one, also LS3. So, big respect for you. You have something a bit different than most drivers in Europe do. Thank you.
Number 22, always Latvia, Ingus Jakobsen. Now this is one on the car. We also have to, so you must need to actually fit into it. Actually, smart car. Well, the show was spectacular going sideways, so we look forward to that soon, so good luck.
Alright, and now we have the Draco, a really nice looking black Nissan S14, and of course, Mr. Dimitri from Ukraine. So, I have lots of questions from different guys about the car, but please tell me a little bit about your car, because it's still very unique on this track.
enjoying the weekend so far?
Yeah, this weekend has been great. It's great to be back in Estonia. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks in the whole European Championship. And good crowd here this weekend, so we want to put on a good show at some point. So thanks to everyone who came out. Put on the best show we can.
Perfect. Well, you talked about doing last year, so that's all you can go a few steps higher today.
So the next driver is David Benson from Estonia. And taking the one is how old are you? And one more thing, how long have you been here? Okay, right now the driver is the teammate of Kevin. It's not like spring for us, it's quite usually a job. But how many years have drivers this is the car? Okay, and before that, about the 30. If you're going to be like,
We have another German driver in the Nissan Skyline.
Didn't have that goal, to be honest. You tried as hard as this year. We moved the car from my mindset, so they should solve it.
Perfect. Let's hope you can set today and let's see some better.
Now we have something, I think in my opinion, quite special here in Estonia. It's Nissan Skyline R34. Driver from Norway, Kenneth Norges. Tell me, is it your first time here in Estonia? Right. And what do you think about this track? You have something similar in Norway?
No, we don't. I like it a lot. It's very exciting. Very comfortable.
All right. Okay. Have a nice presentation.
Fantastic. Well done. Another guy who doesn't speak any English. You'll get balls today. Andreas Masalauskas from Lithuania. BMW 11 so I'm going to be expecting a lot of Tyson coming up this fantastic drive. I'm sure you're going to put it on someone's door today. And best of luck and say thank you to everyone. Oh yeah.
All right, and now we have the last driver in the line. There is Fredrik Møre from Norway. Once again, a beautiful Toyota Supra. Tell me what they think you have on the one, because we have two quite similar to Supras there. And the only thing for me, what really makes the difference is the sound from the engine. So what do we have here?
This is LSX 376 VX 6.2 liters with turbo, 800 horsepower.
Thank you for complete answer. So thank you everybody for this today. Big applause for all the drivers. They will go right back to the starting line, and the first pair will start like in 10 minutes, I believe.
Yeah, not much to go now, so we'll just get ready. Let's make some noise on the way back as well.
Me too, so we have to do the power. Be ready for the battle. on the concrete, and they have a guy with a flag, just where are the banners at the second half of the track. And this guy will show you the flag if the car is not even within point. So if it doesn't drive the flag, then everything is okay. If it drives the flag, then the driver is close enough. Then there will be two steel barriers on the right side of the car and the left side of the car. Both of them have lifting points, like a deep tank 6 lifting point. And then the driver goes up to the hill where you can see two ultimate flags on the both sides of the track. And this is the end of the track. So at the end of the track there is the 7th lifting point. So they have to keep as less as possible on the track. So this is just a short story about this track and the drivers are ready to go. So we have the first pair, it's Jarmalud and Nigel Borger, ready to go.
ball. 900 points.
Kaamera aku näitab 20 minutit ja vahepeal nagu vilgudes ja vilgu, et kas on mingi ühenduse teema või?
Vaatad, et kaamera matter või noh, see tõlge nagu korralikult ei liiguta korralikult pointi või?
Actually, I used to be a race driver, not a professional sales mechanic, but I used to have a lot of cable ties. So something happened, I was always able to go out and fix it by myself very quickly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all weekend down on the start of the line, there's been practice, qualifying. These guys and the mechanics have just been down there with water spray to keep everything cool because of this fantastic weekend work.
Meil on võimalik algul nii-öelda tühja koha
James especially goes through loads of things because every time he comes into this first flipping point, chances are that part of his spoil is going to fall off. So the guys, I don't know if you can actually see them down on the start line, just to the right hand side there. They're just still doing a technical inspection, we're just waiting to hear if they're good to go, we'll turn around. If not, chances are we'll just get on with the next battle and run the next pair to stop you guys waiting any longer.
Yeah, during this time when the guys are preparing, I will say a few words in Estonian as well for a local crowd. Selle eelmise paaripäev selle Jaako Luhtukõi tulisite, mis on igati tore ja vahva. Jaako minu pingutab pisut üle teie kõigi silme all ja nüüd auto remonditakse, ma loodan, et mitte minutit võtta, ma ei tea. Autot sätitakse, küll aga läks siis selle peavahetuse tõttu esimeses sõidus 10-0 eelis Kristjan Ralli Pagrele. Et nüüd selleks, et näiteks Jaako minu pingutada välja, kui peaks tegema Kristjan Pagrele väga sama suure pea. Kas seda juhtus või jälle öelda? Elame näha.
Yeah, I agree.
Päevad teab kaardis ka. Ei ma olin midagi läinud, võtame värki, et või midagi väikesin teisest.
Yeah, we're doing a confirmation on that. We're going to the pit area, so more than likely he's going to call a 5-minute rule. They'll just get back and straight back out. But yeah, we're just going to roll on to the next battle and keep things flowing.
We'll keep going there.
See oli väga hea. Hyvä.
Yeah, so the next battle we should be looking at the Sigrid Akasa. Just English English, but I managed to have a little chat with him earlier on. He's actually the Northern Cyprus Trip Championship. He's been doing it for about 5 years now, so you can just see, he just bumped out into the burnout area there, just getting some heat to those tyres.
Kas meil on mingi variant, et kõik meetodid saada ikkagi see reklaami?
I know earlier there was quite a bit of practice earlier this morning, so after was out towards the end of practice, he actually put in quite a few laps, and he pretty much got to battle everyone that was there today. So I think somewhere along the line they come across each other, we're going to know what they're expecting, and I think this is going to be an interesting one, definitely.
And you're feeling maybe a little birds of fire, warm them up.
When they did the lineup, he actually had a bit of an off into the first few points. Practice yesterday was actually, again, it looked like he'd actually destroyed the rear end of this thing, but looking at the car now,
Polina, et kui te nagu autot tuleb mööda, hoidke nagu mõned sekundid seda, kui nad isegi ära sõitvad, et siis ma teen ühe sujuva pildi vahel, aitäh. See oli korras, rohkem karalal, aga lihtsalt vahepeal ma tean, et vahepeal tuleb see kiiresti kogemata. Mul endal tuleb ka.
So we'll just walk over now, and it's going to be Henry that's taking the lead.
Kuulge, väga ilus töö. Küsimus Maidule, kas sa tahad, ma keeran esimest kaamerat kuskile teise suunda, et hakka parem võtma või pigem jätab selle nurga?
Mõtled seda mehitamata kaamerat, mis oli mõeldud?
Just täpselt, et kuhu ma ta suunan nii-öelda.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that one. If it was me, luckily it's not us that's in the judging seat. We get this slightly easier job here, but for me, I think he was a lot closer with his change. So I think the lead runs were about even, but I think Emma had a better chase game.
Yeah, but quite simple here. Who did this time?
Ma saan aru, et GoPro'd me sinna replay'sse sisse ei saa praegu.
Hetkel ei saa.
So we're going one more time. That's how close it was.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in my opinion, all the runner can do about that is to get as close as possible to Toyota Supra.
Exactly. Coming to the crest, I'm guessing the crowd can maybe be able to see the cars. Then it's going to panic. So we've got the crowd constantly in the air. So actually see from there, to see the actually work.
Yeah, and it seems that guys are ready once again.
So we're just waiting now for the start line to give the green light to get the movement again. Looks like they're ready to go.
So this time Ahmed will lead and brother has to be chasing that.
He wasn't really consistent. He was hitting some and a bit shallow on others. So like I said, from a chase perspective, it just makes it a lot more difficult to mirror that car in front.
So for this battle, Runner Kyle takes the win.
So he will battle number 4, Fred Oxford, in the next round. Yeah, he qualified yesterday, so he got 5 for the first round. Well, here's the next battle.
It's Jakob Mion, Salzburg. So we have here Benedicta Silva from Lithuania and Marco Prince from so close as we would like to see. But if these guys will go to the track once again, then we can see how Benedictas can chase Marco.
Yeah, I think the way that run went, I think we're going to be in for an interesting chase after there. I think just has that bit more speed going around the circle, so I'm hoping he's going to put it on the door and we might see a little bit of touchy-touchy.
Absolutely, and Benedicta Silva has to keep his left foot on the brake as well as the right on the control. Just to slow down the speed a little bit, not to push Marco away from the track. I believe guys should be ready once again. Starting off.
Yeah, you can see the guys down there, they've got the doors open, they're just waiting about one, try and get the smoke that's out of the car so they can actually see what they're doing. But second, like I said, it's still quite hot out there. So the track temperatures are there as well, so it's nice to build them so far. And we're getting ready for the green lights.
So we heard that for this battle, the win goes to... Just a moment. It was really close battle. You have a decision. The win goes to Benedicta Silva.
Lead running was pulling away from the car chasing it, so playing it safe on the second run, just getting advantage and turning through to the next round.
What we have now, we have, I can see, Latvian driver Allstars and Turbo driver
Yeah, so Dominic Bell actually like to try and call this one. I think that was a pretty even run. Apart from the last flipping point coming in there a little bit shallow, I think the rest of the run was, I'd say, pretty even.
Yeah, pretty good yesterday. So the guys should be ready now, and David young guys will lead. And Max Heiber will chase him.
straight in from the green line now from the starter. And here we go.
So the win goes to number 20, which is David. Number 26, yeah. Sorry, no, 20. David Zanokali from Latvia, takes the win.
Yeah, I think, as we said earlier, I think it literally came down to this last flip. I think that's what did it for both riders, and it was just down to who actually
doing the pretty much until the very end of the last run. Turtle driver was pretty much able to take the win on the ball now.
First competition in the car. Just can't seem to get it out of it. I mean, if you notice on the back, it did go now with the sensor that he has on the front, which is actually lost on it.
Yeah, that's what they said. So the guys are running back to the start line, and now Dimitri will lead, and he will take it. So this is the other again, driven by David from Latvia. He's pretty much legendary drift car again. Has been the competition for I don't know, 6-7 years maybe.
Yeah, I mean, for me, as I said earlier, I was talking down in the break, I just feel it's just a great car to choose in the beginning. Like that 5 Series BMW 5, it's just a...
Yeah, it is so. He's able to get all the speed and grip what he needs.
It still seems to be able to pedal it quick enough. Like I said, it's legendary. He's always all there, he's always consistent. He's always actually a correction from the chase guy.
Oh yeah. Looks like we would hear about that.
Well, I can tell you that I wasn't doing anything like that when I was 17. Absolutely crazy. I know back in Europe, they've got the likes of Jack Shanahan, Tomas Riley, these guys, they're a year younger than this guy, and they're winning the championships. But like I said out here, to compete, you have to have the right license.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's getting maybe focus. Okay, we seem to have a winner of this battle, and the win goes to Kevin Kessel. So yeah, right now we're going to the name state on the lead run and also on the case run. Both guys are very practiced for going to this one reason. Why he lost this battle. So Kevin Kessel takes the win. And next guy ready on the line.
So we've got Marcel Ulrich and Kevin Knowles.
So Germany versus Norway.
Yeah, I believe this is actually a Kevin Mogenfeld style.
Yeah.
A little bit inconsistent in practice and qualifying, but let's face it, it all comes down to the day. It's all down to the battles. What happened yesterday is almost forgotten, and it's what you do on the day. It's what you're going to do right now on track. So these guys get ready to go, just wait for the green light.
And the driver are ready to go.
Okay, here we go into the first corner.
But the unfortunate, the first half, yeah, the lead car made some mistakes and forced the case car to do some more mistakes.
Yeah, for me, I think the judges are definitely going to look at the entry into this first looking point. For me, it looked he came in a little bit too heavy. He had to then kind of lift off and brake a bit too much.
The chase car really didn't want to hit him, so all he had to do just
yeah, but really impressive how he managed to make that gap back up, get back on his door to finish the lap. So if he's going to take that much speed going on to this next lap, then I think Marcel is going to really have to go something like that.
Absolutely. So you see the look right back on the starting line.
Okay, wait for the lights to go green. Okay, sounds like there's a little bit of a delay, so hopefully not too much of a delay. We want to see these guys pass and go at it again. Because we're going to have only
one pair left after this.
Yeah, exactly. One pair, then we go into top 16. There seems to be a couple of nice battles going on there. Obviously, there was 5 guys who got to 5 who yesterday. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's not consistent. So if you don't have that consistency coming from the leader, the chase car is always going to have to screw up speed. He's going to have to move off the line. It just makes it all more difficult. But for me, I personally think there's got the edge on this, which is where you can't make it.
So,
10th position, and number 15, Kenneth North, takes the win.
Yeah, so if you want to come in, just the judge, and just explain your decision on that one for us.
Yeah, we spent a long time deliberating over that one. I suppose I assume probably the
so a little bit of sandbagging going on. Yeah, I think you'd have to agree, like I said, for me, especially with the first one, the lead driver, coming up to the hill, was almost too close to the wall. You had to leave that way. Overall, it's just these minute bit details. That's the difference between winning and losing, though.
Yeah, exactly. So now we have the next pair here.
Now, well, if I'm right, and my maths is good, we have over 2,000 horsepower. That's going to be on track right now.
So we have the Canadian driver, Andrew from the Allstars, and Fredrik Muller from Norway.
So we've got Japanese against German, over 2,000 horsepower. Now let's see what consistent, he's always forward, so seems to be getting his car dialed in now. Freshly built, it's a fantastic build. If you get chances later to go down to the paddock area and you check it out, go and look around because it's an absolute work of art. Brilliant.
Right, let's see the. Okay, so we want to the second half of this round.
Yeah, so we're just getting for road 2 now. I think the judges were struggling a little bit on that one. There seems to be, because of the amount of smoke, you know, that they were reporting up. I mean, we were struggling up here, and I'm sure the rest of the crowd was struggling. Luckily, we've got so many camera angles, we can replay, go back over this, and make sure the decision is right.
Yeah, the live stream cameras makes things much more easier. Okay, here in the front.
Right into this race corner. Yeah, we're just rolling to the finish line now. We're going to come up with a decision. But I think what we'll do is we'll grab one of the judges over, because in that first run there was something that we might have not quite picked up on. So I'll hand it over to Mr. Hudson.
Yeah, so again, something that should be relatively obvious to regular fans of the series. We all know the City Allstars has pretty much the fastest car here. It has not been that aggressive. It's an HGK chassis. We've seen it coming off the fastest speed when we head on. Suddenly, we see the Supra gaining yards on the Dimension. It was quite obvious
7-1.
Fantastic, and that's what a lot of the best judges as well, because things like this people don't find people.
For us, this Frederick Duran takes the win from this battle.
Yeah, so that's we have a great explanation of explain that's how we have to play. Yeah, exactly. We're going to find out. We're going to pull. We had to speak on these guys yesterday. We're not using it today if we're qualifying because we gave you anywhere up to an extra 10 points in qualifying, depending on your speed.
didn't see a huge percent from it, but it just seemed to just drop a good few miles.
Yeah. Just let's say that the first half was superb from the chase driver, and the second half was pretty good.
So we're getting back on the start line, and it's Edwards which is going to chase this time. And Henry is going to take the lead. Okay, and we're getting ready. Green light. And we all go. Okay, so they're just pulling up now together. The start man's going to go over, pull into his magic finger, and show let you know who's what.
So, number 17, Amber will take the win.
Yeah, so up now, only from Australia, this was on number one qualifier from yesterday. He got a bye in the first round, so this is actually going to be his first run of the day. But again, qualifying yesterday, he was flat out. That's just his style.
Absolutely, he was amazing, and now he's driving against Yarmlu, the Estonian driver. He goes to Nissan S14. So we have now like a V8 versus R4 engine.
Yeah, but even though it's 4 cylinders, this thing is still moving up.
It's all like a plane.
How it actually stays right now, because it's, I believe it's like 650 horsepower.
It's absolute maximum what you can get from SR engine.
Yeah, I think if there was just one more horsepower eked out of this,
it would break.
Yeah, there'd be smoke, flames.
But it seems that guys are ready.
And waiting for the green light. And we are off.
Kantarovsky will lead and Yarmoluk will chase him.
Fires it in right up against that wall. How he didn't hit that, I don't know. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant transition. Both into this full throttle zone again, rubbing that far back wall there.
Jarmo is trying to get close, keeping it close. Nice transition once again. Jarmo is a little bit shallow, coming up to the hill and losing a little bit to Alexander.
Yeah, but I think that lead run was absolutely fantastic, especially coming in here, rubbing this wall, rubbing the wall at the back. Oh, it's just a real good first run.
Yeah, and also the chase run was pretty good, especially the first half of the track. Jarmo was losing or was unable to catch Alexander at the very end of the track, but otherwise it was very good.
Yeah, like we were trying to explain before, is if you have a driver that is that good, that consistent, when you're chasing, it makes your life a lot easier because you know where he's going to be. So to actually do that and stay on his door, that's fair play to the chase driver as well, Jarno.
Absolutely, it's much more easier. So now they will change their positions, and Jarmo will lead, and Alexander Kantarovsky will chase him. So they're ready to go.
Green light, full throttle, here we go. Over this jump, into the first clipping point, again as close to that wall as possible. Fantastic, fantastic.
Jarmo is trying to speed up in the front. Alexander is losing a little bit. Now getting a shallow angle and getting closer to Jarmo.
Exactly. I think that just shows the difference with the V8 over a 4-cylinder. That extra torque for Kantarowski, if he has to back off just that slightest bit, it does cost him quite a bit.
Yeah, with the V8 engine, you had pretty much 800 Newton meters on 2000 RPM or something. So you pretty much have the torque all the time.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. Like I said, with Kantarowski, it's a little bit more difficult to catch up again. But again, very close. Another good lead run.
A really nice battle.
And I've got a feeling we're going to get... if Fredox gets out of the way, he's too busy warming up his tyres.
Because I believe it's really hard to say which one was better. So...
I think both lead runs were both fantastic for me, and I think the chase runs as well.
So yeah, it will be one more time. So we can see Alexander Kantarovsky and Jarmo Luuk once again up to each other.
Here we go, Mr. Nice Guy, Fredrik Oxenavad fires it against that wall.
And Rander Kayo is chasing him. Old school Beamer.
Fredox really seems to have got hold of this Sora. He's really able to pedal this car now. Finally got his set up, and he's very fast, especially around this circuit.
Yeah, he's fast and also very smooth, which is important. We have seen quite a lot of fast cars here, but the drivers are struggling a little bit, or it's not so fluid. Their driving is just not so fluid. So.
Yeah, I mean, with Fredox, he's part of the team Tri-Ace now. The Tri-Ace tyres are one of the best tyres out there. All the guys that are running those, they seem to just find this extra grip from nowhere. You know, they're super fast coming into this first corner. They just seem to have this grip just to catapult them coming out over that crest.
Yeah, to be honest, these Tri-Ace tyres are purpose-made for drifting.
Yeah, exactly, which always helps. You know, some of the other guys, they're always trying to make something work. You know, and the grip in these, people don't realise, they just expect tyres just to be black and round. They don't realise how grippy these are. They're potentially a semi-slick that a full race car would use.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready for run 2 now.
The guys are back on the starting line. And they are ready to go. This time Rander will lead and Fredox will chase him.
Yeah, Fredox, his chase driving has really come on leap and bounds. I said, I think it's his confidence with this car now. It's built, he's spent a year just in transition to finally get it dialed in and tuned in. He now has that confidence to be right up against these drivers. Here we go. There we go. Right on his door. Slightly shallower line, but he's still back on it. Nice and close going over the crest.
Nice transition. Really close to Rander, getting even closer and closer.
Just tucking that nose in, following him perfectly.
Yeah, not having shallow line or anything like that. Now just closing the door of Rander and up to the hill.
Pretty much pushing him over the finish line.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the chase run was really good from Fredox. Nice angle, the same angle as lead car.
Yeah, totally agree with that. I mean, it's not our decision. We ain't the judges, but I'm going to sway towards Fredox with that one.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, just waiting on confirmation now. And I think we can confirm number 4, Fredox Oxenavad goes through.
So now we seem to have an next pair ready to go. I can see Christian Clements going against Kerteigo Gula, I believe. Yes. So we have two Estonian drivers. Kerteigo Gula on BMW. He's the defending Estonian champion.
Yeah, I mean, qualified in 5th yesterday. Absolutely fantastic result.
So yeah, best Estonian driver in qualification. And Christian Clements on his 15 Nissan with a V8 Chevy engine. He has been drifting pretty much from the beginning here in Estonia, so I don't know, 8-9 years maybe. So these guys have met before. They have had some competition and training together, and they are coming.
Fires it into this this first clipping point nicely against the wall, staying nice and close. Oh, almost touching there on the transition over this hidden crest. Full throttle around there, running a little shallow. I think that's how he's managed to catch up again there. But
yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah,
I don't think that was the cleanest of chase runs.
No, not at all. Well, to be honest, Christian Clements was very close to Kerteigo Gula at the beginning, and he was even, let's say, too close, so he had to use his foot brake for transition on the hill, and because of that he lost a lot of speed and had to have a shallow angle to catch up the lead driver.
Yeah, so I think he's got to go all out now. He has to put in a perfect run.
Absolutely. And yeah, Kerteigo Gula is very good chase driver, so it doesn't make things easy for Christian for a lead run. But yeah, all he can do is just have a perfect lead run right now.
That's it. He's just got to be nice and consistent. He's probably got in his head already that what he did was right. So he just has to just be Mr. Consistent. Hopefully not play it too safe, because we're not here to see safe. We want to see some crazy battles. But
okay, now it seems that we have some technical issues with this
I think
pair.
we're going to have to call a 5 minutes here. I believe there's some steering issues, you said?
Yeah, Kerteigo Gula's BMW has some issues with the steering wheel or steering pump, so he has to take 5 minutes.
And I'm no rocket scientist, but in drifting, I'm guessing steering is quite an important thing.
Yeah, especially if you are used to have a power steering and now you don't, then I'm pretty sure you will struggle here next to the concrete. So I really hope that Kerteigo Gula can fix his car in 5 minutes.
Yeah, especially coming over this hidden crest. That transition is so fast over there. If you haven't got this power steering that you're used to, it can just ruin your run instantly.
Well, I believe that it happened several years ago when Dmitry Lyuk, the Ukrainian driver, had an issue with the power steering in Latvia, in Riga, and he had electrical power steering, so he didn't remember to turn it on before the start.
That's usually
so yeah, I don't tell you what happened, but anyway. Yeah,
so we can see down there in the burnout area, we've got Yanis Aglite from Latvia.
Tri-Ace BMW E46.
Yeah, just warming up those tyres. Again, another twin-turbo V8 seems to be quite popular now. Cherba now is warming up his tyres.
So we have Lithuanian driver there.
Cherba's going to be best part of half the power of what Yanis Aglite is running. And I think Yanis as well, after the result last year, he lost to Piotr Więcek last year. So I think he's gunning for that first position spot.
He wants the blood.
Yes.
So the guys seem to be ready. So we have Benediktas Tirba and Yanis Aglite ready to go. Yanis Aglite will lead, and Tirba will chase him.
Okay, thumbs up from the drivers, and we are go! So Yanis leading this one, the Forest Beast, right up against that wall. Look at the speed of this sprint already. Smoke piling off the back of that thing, it's insane.
Yeah, a huge entry or a huge angle from Eglit there. Benedictas Sirba is now getting closer on the shallow angle.
Yeah, he must have taken a shortcut or found a tunnel or something there. How he made up that gap, I don't know.
Whoa, just over the finish line. Well, the second half of the track was pretty good from Benedictas Sirba as a chase driver. He had a shallow angle, which is not the greatest thing on earth.
No, but the judges do allow that up to a certain point. They want to see close battles, so if you drop off a little bit, they'll allow you to take a slightly shallower angle so you can make up again. They don't want to see 5 car lengths between cars.
Yeah, that's true. But if we're talking about lead run from Jānis Eglit, then he had a lot of speed in entry and a huge angle. I believe it's the biggest angle what we have seen today in tandem battles in entry.
I definitely agree there.
And he still had a speed, which is great.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference. If you can fire it in and be on this throttle so much earlier than the next guy, the kind of the distance you pull going out of here over this hidden crest, it can just win instantly.
So it seems that guys are ready once again on the starting line. This time, Jānis Eglit will chase Benedictas Sirba. So Jānis Eglit has a nickname like Forest Beast and also Drift Assassin, or Tandem Assassin actually, Assassin.
Yeah, I mean with Jānis you can always expect him to be up there fighting for these podiums. He's just, again, one of the consistent drivers that you know he's going to be up there and he wants to take the trophy home with him. And we was talking to him yesterday, and basically drifting is his life. He's not interested in nothing else.
Here they come once again. Also huge angle from Benedictas. Eglit is actually keeping a little distance, now trying to get closer and closer. A huge angle from Eglit as a chase driver. Now getting closer to Benedictas, to the last corner and up to the hill. Well, to be honest, Eglit didn't have that kind of momentum what we were expecting.
No, exactly. I was expecting that to be a lot closer, especially with the extra power that he's got and how impressive his first run was. We was expecting a lot closer run there. But one of my favourites before we started, Cherba all weekend, he's been up there. He's been putting in those laps.
Yeah, and he was not fooling around. He offered a really decent or nice lead run for Jānis Eglit, so it was totally up to Eglit to chase him. So we will see what happens. So we have a decision.
Well, that was a bit of a surprise for one of the favourites. Finished second this year, and he's already gone out. But like I said, one of my favourites, Cherba, he's gone through.
So Benedictas Sirba takes the win.
Right, let's see who we've got lined up now.
Kertego Kula and Christian Clemets. It's their second round, as Kertego Kula had to take 5 minutes because of the steering issue. Now the car seems to be ready, and both guys are ready.
Yeah, hopefully they did the job in the paddock, so these guys can just have 100% confidence that their car, when they come into this first corner, as they are right now, it's going to work and get around it. Fires it right against that wall. Up over this blind crest here. Oh!
And Kertego Kula was spinning out now. Oh!
Oh, and then we've had a big off there.
What happened with those guys? It seems that
the car seems to be moving, so hopefully everyone's okay. That's in there.
Yeah,
they've just managed to absolutely destroy the Drift All-Stars banner.
Yeah. It's really hard to say what really happened. Can we see some replay on the screen? Let me see. So Kertega Kula was spinning out. He was very, very close to Christian Clements. And after that, Christian Clements was unable to steer his car.
But as we was discussing earlier with the drivers in the briefing, it's the first zero is what counts. So if one spins out, gets a zero, even if the second driver makes a mistake, we don't do 0-0 no more. It is literally the first one gets a zero.
So yeah, according to this rule, if Kertega Kula spinned out at first, then it's 0 for him and 10 points for Christian Clements. But we will see. We are not here for charging, so somehow we have to keep our emotions, for ourselves.
But I mean, to move the barrier like that must have been some impact. I mean, from here, the car doesn't look too damaged.
No, not at all. Most likely also something with the steering, because he's standing there. He's not... and I can see that the service car is already on its way.
Yeah, Mr. Recovery is on his way, so obviously the car's undrivable. I don't know, is there a bolt that maybe possibly come and he's lost his steering, he's ended up just going straight into the wall?
Yeah, hard to say.
I think we need to try and find a replay on this one, don't we? And to be fair to these drivers this weekend, we've not actually seen this recovery truck that much, considering how many walls there are. There's been no accidents. Everyone's absolutely been nailing this track all weekend.
Yeah, that's totally true. I mean, it has been a nice weekend. And yeah, we have the best drivers out there for this track, because this is unforgiving track, to be honest.
Yeah, so have you had a chance to look at a replay? Do you know, have we got any decisions yet on who's actually going through?
Yeah, actually we have a decision for this battle, and Christian Clements on steel Nissan S15 takes the win in this time. And especially as we were talking, the reason was that Kertega Kula was spinning out before him, and it gives him a 0. So even if Christian was hitting the barrier or something like that, it doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And the first run, neither of them scored a 0. So regardless of how, if Kula was leading in the first run, unfortunately he span out, he got that 0, and that just handed the win over to Clements.
Yeah, now we really have to hope that nothing is really wrong with the Christian Clements car and he's able to be back on the track.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a shame if he's managed to get himself going into the next round and then not actually be able to turn up and compete. But as we said earlier, these guys and the teams, the mechanics that they have are absolutely fantastic. So I'd be... it wouldn't surprise me if they had this back on track.
Yeah, and I really hope that Christian can be back on the track, because he goes against Fredrik Oxnowald.
Yeah, I think that would be
top 8.
Yeah, a quite nice little battle for top 8. And I'm sure Fredox as well, he would rather go out there, battle and win than to get another bye.
Okay, so we have to take a short break until the car is taken away from the track and everything is ready to go once again. So we will be back just in 5 minutes.
Oh, it was pretty interesting. Coming into the first run, I did a pretty solid run, and then second run, I thought I would push on a bit. So I flicked it hard into the first turn, and it turned out great. Oh, this is the third time we're here. It's great to be back. It's easier now since we've been there 3 times and tested the track, and we know how to deal with a jump into the first corner. It's pretty awesome to feel the car sideways in the air, but at first it was frightening, but now it's just fun. Yeah, I feel more comfortable in the car now.
Round 4 of the 2016 Drift All-Stars Championship brings top-level drifting to the heart of the Baltics at Allstars Rally Park near Tallinn. The first of 3 back-to-back events in Europe, with the Latvian and German Drift GPs taking place over the following 2 weekends. It'll be interesting to see who played it safe and who went for broke in the run down to the championship. With fierce competition from local talent too, the best of the Baltics would face off from the best of the Drift All-Stars, and yet again the testing walls, jumps and elevation changes, pushing the drivers to the limits of their ability. P4 was snatched by young Norwegian driver Fredrik Oksnevad, who's shown great form following on from strong results in round 3 in Ireland. Fredrik would battle his way through qualifying to claim another good position, and when the smoke settled, the top 4 drivers will be separated by just 2 points. The reigning 2-time champion James Dean pushed hard during his judge runs, but a mistake on entry was enough to push him back in the session and into 3rd place. The Latvian frontrunner Jānis Eglīte, he was fired up after getting his championship campaign back on track in Ireland. Eglīte would charge hard and take the lead of the session for a long time until Australian driver Kantarowski again he showed he can mix it up with the best in Europe. Kantarowski brought up his all or nothing driving.
Kas ma võin end paika panna nüüd?
Okay, and we are back. Just had a little ice cream break, much needed. And now back to the action.
And here they come. So Enver is leading and Christian Salmre is chasing him.
A little bit shallow to that first entry.
Enver was not catching the first clipping points, and Christian Salmre is now trying to catch him up. Yeah, he can do it pretty well. A little bit shallow angle from Christian.
Yeah, nicely on the door coming through there.
Yeah, Enver is taking the clipping points at the second half, and Silo was hitting something. Yeah.
I was expecting him to just T-bone him there. I was expecting him to come straight in on his door, but somehow just managed to stamp on that brake hard enough.
Yeah, luckily. Yeah. So we'll see they're going back to the starting line. Silo made a big mistake as a chase driver. Yeah, until this mistake, in my opinion, Silo was a little bit better, as Enver didn't offer a good entry for a chase driver. He was missing the first clipping points totally. But yeah, the mistake from chase driver at the second half of the track was pretty bad.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't the cleanest of lead runs there, so very difficult to chase on there. Like I said, almost ended up with a big accident coming into this last clipping point. So switch around now and let's get ready to go again.
So they're ready to go. Christian Salmre is leading and Enver is chasing.
In the centre of the track there, taking a totally different angle, miles away from the clipping point.
Exactly the same thing as Enver made.
Yeah, almost identical.
And Christian Salmre is spinning out. So yeah, this battle is actually over. There is nothing to wait. We can most likely announce the winner from this battle.
Yeah, I mean that was going to be the worst of the worst, really. They both made exactly the same mistake coming in here. We almost had another accident on track, so I'm definitely not even going to get involved in this one and let the judges battle this one out.
Yeah. So number 17 takes the win. And it's Enver Haskasap.
Enver Hakasap.
Hakasap. So I can see already on the starting line Latvian driver David Jaunakais, who should go against.
I can also is that the nose of James Dean as well, getting ready to line up. We're not seeing him run yet today. He finished third on the podium last year. I spoke to him a few times, and yeah, he definitely wants that top spot. So in qualifying yesterday with James as well, his first run was probably the better out of the two. He still managed to pull off a 90.5. I think there was only 2 points between the top 3 drivers yesterday in qualifying.
So if James Dean had like 90.5 points, then the winner Alexander Kondorovsky from qualification had 92.5 points. So it's only a few points. Actually, we should wait for James Dean and Kevin Pesur.
Yeah, I think they're going to get them guys to warm up now. He's just out into the burnout zone. He has a little bit of a ritual, he does.
Oh, yeah.
And to be honest, he's one of the only drivers that you actually see warming up their front tyres as well.
Yeah, there are a few more drivers, but James is doing it on his special way, and he he believes that it's very important, and I totally agree with him. Because, for example, today we had a crash during the practice by Jacopino, who was understeering just because he didn't have grip for the first tires, because these were just cold. So now Kevin is warming up the tires as well. So of course, James Dean is running Falcon tires. I believe that Kevin Pesor is on Westlake.
Yeah, and I mean, again, young lad, 17 years old, going up. Well, he's not exactly old himself, is he, James? He's, 24 years old, 4-time European champion.
Yeah, absolutely. So, about the James, we can pretty much say he's a former young gun or something.
Yeah, I mean, by the time he was 17, he'd already won umpteen trophies. I don't envy his mum who has to sit there and polish them every weekend, the amount of trophies he's got.
It's okay, guys are ready on the starting line. James will lead and Kevin has to chase him.
So big speed again, nice entry, coming in over this jump, fires it in, always against the wall, always against the wall. Almost taps there, really shallow angle over this blind jump. Following now, plenty of angle. Kevin taking a shallow line to try and keep up, because James, fair play, he's on it.
Yeah, James really offering perfect lead run for Kevin, and Kevin does what he can do to catch up with James. Yeah, it wasn't an easy task for Kevin. He was struggling a little bit, losing some speed. But yeah, he did what he could do. So now we can see what James will offer against Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, the way I can see this, I think James, he's got his spotters up there, he's got his brother Ken with him today. He's got his spotters who will be feeding straight back to him and saying, this is what happened, good, bad, happy, sad. I think they'll be feeding back and just telling him now, Mr. Consistency, just give him a bit of space, let the guy go and fire it in, and you just follow him with
absolutely.
a bit of a gap.
I really hope that James will keep a distance, like a half car length or something like that, just to make sure that everything is under control.
Yeah, like I said, 100% James wants to win this weekend. So he'll be using his head and he will just be hanging back a little.
Yeah, he's not going crazy too early, I believe.
So here we go, over this mental jump again, into the first corner. Nice clipping point. James, as we expected. Watch his transition.
Perfect transition.
Absolutely insane.
Over the heel. Next to the concrete, both are really close to the concrete.
Again, just mirroring him door to door to door.
Yeah, same angle, keeping a small distance between those cars. It's really close to Kevin, up to the hill, and wow.
To be fair to Kevin, that was actually a really good lead run.
Yeah, a really good lead run. Kevin did what he had to do, as he knew that there were small mistakes from his chase run, so he had to do the best what is possible during the lead run.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to be a very close one indeed. So we're just going to wait for them after they finish doing a burn-up. We're going to line them up, and then we're going to wait for the judge's decision, and then we'll let you know who went through from that battle.
Okay, and it seems that we have a decision. And James the Machine Dean takes the win from this battle. And also applause for Kevin Pesor, 17-year-old Estonian drifter.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. At 17 years old, to be able to put in a lead run like that, like I said, it's just, James's lead run was so good that even if you go and put in another lead run, you have to bang that qualifying line.
Yeah. And yeah, sometimes I have to remember to myself that in that age I was driving bicycle or something. But yeah, now we have some unfortunate news actually about Latvian driver Ingus Jekabsons, who is unable to continue the competition because of some technical issues. So Ingus Jekabsons is out. Who will So yeah, as Ingo Jakobson is unable to continue, Benedictas Chirba is going directly to...
Yeah, straight into the top 4. Like I said, it's one of the guys that I've kind of picked on for this weekend. I've been impressed with the way he's driving, the build of his car. So I think him getting into the top 4, I think that's really just going to give him the bit between his teeth, and he is going to go full throttle. 100%.
So now we have Norwegian battle. Nissan versus Toyota.
Japanese versus Japanese. Crazy horsepower, both of these cars. Plenty of smoke bellowing out the back.
It's not easy to chase that kind of Supra which is generating so much smoke, but actually both of those cars do. A nice lead run.
Yeah, I mean, just chasing that car, I think I would have lost 5 years off my life with the amount of smoke that's just come out of that.
So yeah, some trouble at the end of the track. So yeah, Fredrik Müller and Kenneth Norrens will now flip the positions. They are ready on the starting line. So now Nissan Skyline will lead and Supra will chase him.
Yeah, and the winner of this battle, whoever does go through, they'll actually meet James Dean in the top 8.
So we will see in top 8, will we have Nissan versus Nissan or Nissan versus Toyota? Here they come, a big flick in the entry. The lead driver is not getting the first flipping points. They're pretty close to each other. Over the hill. Nice transition for both of them. Supra is now losing some distance. Trying to get closer with the shallow line. It's not so easy. Up to the hill. Yeah. Well, Nissan didn't make things easy for Toyota, to be honest. Well, yeah, to be honest, it wasn't the best looking battle what we have seen today. But both of those runs were unperfect and we will just wait for the decision. Yeah. After this battle, we are also waiting for a one more time battle between Jarmo Luht and Hunter Otski. And judges are still arguing about the last battle what you saw. Battle between Norwegian drivers.
Norwegian drivers, both with Japanese machinery.
Nornes versus Müller. So from this battle, the win goes to
Yeah, we're just waiting. There's a bit of feedback coming from the paddock area, so we're just waiting to update a few of the next battles. We're getting some good news and we're getting some bad news, so we'll keep you updated as much as we possibly can.
So yeah, someone has retired and someone has recovered, so we have to figure out who is who and so on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, oh, here we go. Sorry, next battle coming up is Kantarowski
and Jarmo
Lutz. Fantastic! Oh! Clips that wall, but fair play, keeps on it. Back into transition. But no, it looks like he's got an issue there. He'd be better just saving the car and going again on his next run.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge entry from Kantarowski. Jarmo did pretty much the same, but unfortunately hit the concrete. So the line was ruined, and yeah.
Yeah,
hit the concrete too
as
hard.
we mentioned earlier, these cars, the way they're built on the back, they're designed to take an impact. If you used to do that in your normal car, the recovery truck would just come to pick you up and you'd be on your way home right now. But with these guys, it's just, shrug it off, let's crack on with the rest of the lap.
Yeah. So anyway, from this time the advantage goes to Mr. Kantarowski. 10-0, I believe.
Yeah, so chances are the technical guys that are down on the start line now, they're just going to check over the car, make sure that things are actually attached and they're not going to fall off as soon as you get into the first transition and hit the car behind. But everything seems good, so it looks like we're going to be lining up and getting ready to go for the second run.
Yeah, this time Jarmo will lead and Kantarowski will chase him. So Jarmo have had quite good speed on this track, and also Kantarowski, so we'll see how it works out. I really hope that Jarmo didn't damage his car too much and he's able to drive very close to concrete without any complications.
Yeah, and if you remember from the first battle, oh, here we go. Fires it in nicely against the wall. Brilliantly done there by Jarmo.
Nice transition over the hill. Close to the concrete. Oh, Jarmo is pretty much spinning out.
Thought he was going to spin out there, but he made a massive straighten. Huge points going to be taken off him for there.
And up to the hill, not allowing Kantarowski to have a decent line.
Yeah, I mean, towards the end there, Kantarowski, he was quite a few car lengths behind, but because of that huge mistake going into the full throttle zone, he had to lift right out and he just left that gap.
Yeah.
I think Jarmo will be really disappointed. He's been running so well all weekend and he just made that too much angle, almost sent him into a spin. He managed to collect it up, but he had to have a huge straighten to be able to do that.
Yeah, same things goes about the first run. When he hit the concrete, that should go to the throttle just a little bit before, maybe 1 second, but yeah, he was a little bit late on that and it cost him some damage. Okay, so we have a winner for this pair, and Alexander Kantarowski takes the win.
So Kantarowski first in qualifying, now through to the top 8. He's going to go against the Cypriot Enver Hakasat.
Exactly.
So we've got Australian against a Cypriot.
Yeah. Now it seems that we will have a second half of the run between Christian Clements and Fredrik Oxnevald. So Christian Clements had some technical issues, but it seems that he's ready to go.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Fred Ox, he's been super smooth all weekend. He's absolutely nailing this first clipping point, so I'm hoping for the same again. He needs a super smooth run.
So yeah, first Fredrik will lead and Christian has to chase him.
So, green light, and we are go. Fredox is going to lead us into this first one.
Nice entry from Fredox, very close to concrete.
Just as we expected, but Clements right up with him.
Yeah. Over the hill. Pretty decent transition. Christian is trying to get closer to Fredox. Fredox is not so close to the moving area, but very close to the second one next to the metal barrier and up to the hill with a lot of speed.
Looks like he almost tagged the wall coming just over the finish line, but as again, Fredox, super smooth run. He's doing exactly what he needed to do, so I think Clements, he's got to pull this one out.
Oh yeah. So we will see how things are going. So the guys seem to be ready once again. This time Christian Clements will lead and Frederick Osnowal will follow. Here they come.
Second run, Fredox.
Nice entry from
still
Christian.
going through there. How they didn't hit that wall, I don't know.
Wow, Fredox is so close to Christian. Nice transition over the hill. A little bit too much angle from Fredox, hitting the... Oh, Fredox had some trouble there.
Yeah, it looked like he dipped his wheels on the grass and he had to have a huge straight up, almost going into the side of Clements.
On the same time, Christian Clements is going up to the hill with a decent angle. Well, nice lead run, but unfortunately, Fredox had some...
I think Fredox is going to be gutted with that. That was a big mistake. I think that was almost too big of a mistake.
It was like off track. It was off track, to be honest. So now it's totally up to Charges to say who will win this battle.
So team still Ghost, or are we going with team Tri-Ace? Who do you think is going to win?
So from this pair advances Christian Clements. Woo! So yeah, unfortunately for Fredox, this mistake was too big at the position when he went over the hill and just hit that grass. So it was off track and it was considered as off track.
Yeah, I mean his first run was brilliant, really nice, really smooth. Did everything that the judges are going to be looking for and expect from him. But his chase run just made that mistake, dipped a wheel off track, 0.
Yeah, so even if from the first run he had a advance for, he had a bar for Christian Clements, then unfortunately he lost it in the second run. So we're waiting for next guys to the line. We should expect Benediktas Chirba and David Jaunakais, I believe.
Mis sa rääkisid?
Yeah, so we've just got a little bit of a delay at the moment down on the start line. We're going to send someone over there to whip some butts into shape because we want to get this show on the road and we want to see some more action.
Oh yeah. Now we... So I'm pretty sure that guys will be ready very shortly. So it will be Latvian and Lithuanian battle between Benediktas Chirba and David Jaunakais.
So there's a little bit of mix-up there, obviously, with someone having to retire and someone taking his place. Wasn't quite ready, but they're now start line, and it looks like we are ready to go.
Yeah, Benedictus Turbo will lead, and David Jaunakais will chase him. So it's Nissan with Toyota engine and Beamer with a Chevy engine.
So it's Cherba to lead us into the first corner. Nice angle. Wow, they touch on entry multiple times. Front bumpers gone. Lots of straightening. And he just cracks on with the rest of the day like nothing even happened.
Well, yeah, David Jaunakais was too aggressive. He was all over the place, hitting Cherba very hard.
Yeah.
I have to say that Cherba was a really good driver. He keep drifting and up to the finish line. So.
Yeah, so there's quite a few straightens out there, especially in this this first corner. But we could see from up here there was quite a lot of contact.
Yeah, so from this round I would say that 10-0 goes to Benedictus Turbo, I believe. Just because, yeah, David Jaunakais was too aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was massively pumped up for this. You think you're almost packing up, ready to go home, and then someone comes, taps you on the shoulder. Oh, by the way, get in your car, you're back in the battles.
Yes, exactly. So I hope that everything is in order with both cars, because, yeah, they're turning back to the starting line. So I believe that guys are ready once again. Both cars are in decent condition, ready to drift. Jaunakais will lead and Benedictus Turbo is chasing him.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see down on the big screen. I love these shots, the shots that we get with these drones.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fair play, DJI. They always knock it out of the park with their footage.
This is really nice footage, and here they come.
Little bit shallow coming into that first transition.
Yeah, Turbo is keeping some distance from David.
Yeah,
now getting closer.
Cherba knows. Oh, big straight in there from Cherba.
So yeah, unfortunately this chase run is also not perfect. Jaunakais is doing quite
Another
well.
straight in there from Cherba. Almost spins out.
Yeah. So if we will talk about the lead run, then Jaunakais made a small mistake, or not small, let's say a decent mistake just at the beginning of track. He was not on point in the first clipping areas. After that he was pretty good, to be honest. But Turbo made a few mistakes at the second half of the track, like pretty much straightening out next to the banners at the very... Yeah, that was his main mistake, I believe. Okay, and yeah, even from my point of view, it's really hard to say which one was better, actually even which one was worse, so we are listening to the opinion.
I mean, like I said, from up here, we're going to hand over to the judge, and he can explain what he saw. So even though there was contact on the first run, explain how we got to where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that Chirba was super aggressive on that first run. Came in a little bit too hot, made some big contacts. You know, it's Yannikai, was incredibly aggressive and hit Chirba. You know, Chirba did a very good job of staying in drift. But, you know, some hefty contact at the front bumper, so as a result, we gave Yannikai a 0 for that run.
Yeah, definitely.
Giving Chirba the 10-0. However, obviously in that second run, you saw Chirba had a couple of serious understeers, one going into turn 3, then another one going into turn 4.
Yeah.
If he'd had just one, we'd have marked him down for it and said, you know, he's still going to get the win. But the fact is, you know, 2 big understeers like that, we can't
exactly.
really accept it, so we're going to watch it again.
Especially at this level, you can't be making that many mistakes. It's a simple one. Yes, they'll deduct some points, but if you've got multiple shallow lines and straighten up all the time, the judges, they're going to come down hard on you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, next guys are ready. I can see Toyota Supra and James Dean.
So it's James Dean to lead again into the first corner. Here we go, right up against that wall as we would expect. Full throttle over the blind crest. Supra staying pretty close.
Yeah, nice transition. Exactly on the same time. Now Supra has a shallow angle to get close to James Dean. Supra is doing really well, but James Dean is exactly where he has to be. And up to the hill. Well, yeah, pretty much perfect lead run from James Dean.
Exactly. He's put in another good qualifying line there, and he's a case of let's play catch up. Let's see if you can follow me, which is very difficult when he's hitting every single clipping point.
So yeah, now we got some unfortunate news once again. So Alexander Kantarovsky, the winner of qualification from yesterday, is unfortunately out because of technical issues. So Enver will go through to top 4 against Christian Clements. So once again, the guys are ready on the starting line. This time James Dean will chase.
Here we go. James taking a slightly shallow line there because a little bit off the flipping point. Right back on the door again.
Keeping very close to Toyota Supra. No distance between those cars at all. Just maybe 1 meter. A very nice transition. Exactly on the same time. Going up to the hill. And through the finish line. Well, really nice. Really nice chase by James Dean.
Yeah,
and
again.
Also the lead run was pretty good. Actually, Toyota Supra was losing some speed before going up to the hill, and James had to break down a little bit, and because of that he lost some speed, but he was able to catch up very quickly.
Exactly. The entry that time into the first corner didn't quite hit that clipping point, so he had to lift off, which means you're not getting on that power as soon as you would like. Losing that little bit of speed, as you said, but the rest of the run, it looked pretty clean to me.
Yeah, just going over the hill and to the second concrete area, James was on spot already and just on the door.
So we're just waiting for judge's decision now. And we can confirm, number 1, the machine, James Dean, goes through to the next round.
So now we should have one more time between Benediktas Chirba and David Jaunakais. And then we can close down the top 8 in that case.
Yeah, that's the last battle. So the winner of this next battle is going to go against James Dean. And then the other top 4, we've got Envers Hakkasan
and Christian Clement. So Estonian driver in top 4. It's great.
Round 4 of the 2016 Drift All-Stars Championship brings top-level drifting to the heart of the Baltics at Leita Rally Park near Tallinn. The first of 3 back-to-back events in Europe, with the Latvian and German Drift GPs taking place over the following 2 weekends. It'll be interesting to see who played it safe and who went for broke in the run down to the championship. With fierce competition from local talent too, the best of the Baltics would face off from the best of the Drift All-Stars, and yet again the testing walls, jumps and elevation changes, pushing the drivers to the limits of their ability. P4 was snatched by young Norwegian driver Fredrik Oksnevad, who's shown great form following on from strong results in round 3 in Ireland. Fredrik would battle his way through qualifying to claim another good position, and when the smoke settled, the top 4 drivers would be separated by just 2 points. The reigning 2-time champion James Dean pushed hard during his judge runs, but a mistake on entry was enough to push him back in the session and into 3rd place. The Latvian frontrunner, Jānis Eglīte, he was fired up after getting his championship campaign back on track in Ireland. Eglīte would charge hard and take the lead of the session for a long time until Australian driver Kantarowski again showed he can mix it up with the best in Europe. Kantarowski brought his all-or-nothing driving style to the technical Estonian circuit, pushing his Speedtech PS13 to the limit and claiming the top qualifying position. The action resumes tomorrow as the main event is streamed on the Drift All-Stars Facebook page at 1:30 local time and 11:30 GMT. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat.
Welcome back. We're here, Drift All-Stars
OptiBet Estonian GP, Leitsi Rally Park here in Estonia, and we're almost at top 4 battles, semi-final time.
So all we have left from top 8 is the last battle between Lithuanian driver Benediktas Čurba and Latvian driver David Jaunakai. So they are actually on the one more time battle. Benediktas Čurba is leading, and David Jaunakai will chase him.
And we're off. We've started. So it's Čurba to lead us into this this first transition and first corner. Bang on his door again. They touched in the last run, but he kept nice and close, not backing off any.
Nice flip on the. And once again, actually, Jaunakai is losing the distance, so he's unable to get so close to Benediktas Čurba as he should.
Yeah, Čurba's managed to pull himself out there quite a good few car lengths.
So unfortunately, David Jaunakai was struggling in the second half of the track. The entry was really awesome. He was aggressive, but luckily not so aggressive as the first time when they met.
Yeah, exactly. He was super aggressive on the first run. Hence, there was a lot of contact that went in there. I think Čurba is going to learn from the first one because he made these 2 massive straightens up. He shouldn't be doing that again in this one. So let's hope he can put in a decent run.
Exactly. So Jaunakai and Čurba are once again ready. Jaunakai will lead.
Čurba to follow. I think he's going to go for this. He knows that he has to put this one in the bag. He has to get through to the next round. And here we go.
And here they come.
Yeah, as expected, he's following in there, nice and aggressive. Look at this transition.
Whoa.
Huge angle going over there.
Too much angle, and I think he was pretty much straightening out, but maybe not. Getting close to Jaunakai.
Yeah, Čurba's not made. Oh.
And now he's totally straightening out. Whoa.
He's come to a full stop now, so not sure what happened there. He managed to get through 3/4 of the track. Coming into that last clip, he was just going straight for a good 10 meters there.
Yeah, but coming back to the first run, what they had, then Jaunakai made some mistakes, but he was not striking out, so I'm pretty sure he didn't got like a 0 from the first run. So from the second run, it might appear that Benediktas Čurba got 0. I'm not really sure. We will hear about that.
You never know. Again, this is the one of the best of a bad bunch, but it might end up another one more time. There was that many mistakes in there.
Yeah. So none of them were. None of them was.
There was
good.
no clear winner.
No, absolutely.
No clear winner at all.
So from this pair advances David Jaunakai, number 20. And yeah, it seems that exactly because Čurba was just straightening out several times, and Jaunakai had some trouble in first run, but not so much as Čurba when chasing.
So yeah, so that gives us our top 4. So we're into the semi-finals now.
Yeah, now we are just waiting a little bit. So the drivers in top 4 will make a small drive-through, just waving to crowd.
Yeah, so lining up nicely. We've got Hakasap against Clements, and then we've got
Jaunakai against Dean, the machine.
So we're not going to run straight into battles now. Like you said, we're going to just come and show off, do a little bit of parade, get the crowd involved, get you all showing your hands, giving them a bit of applause, cheer them on, and we're going to look forward to some great semi-final battles.
So if the drivers are driving through, then just wave them and show them your respect. Yeah, we are struggling a little bit here with the names and stuff, international lineup, so...
Yeah, exactly. And
it can be worse,
Well, I can't speak English at the best of times, even though I'm from England. But, well, it looks like we've got some drivers now coming down the start straight. So, first driver down from Cyprus is Enver Hakasap.
And also Estonian driver Christian Clement.
So make sure you show your appreciation to these guys. They've travelled a long way, they're spending a lot of money, and they're coming to do this, what we all know and love.
So at least we have here Christian Clement. Kallis publik, palun lehvitage. Christian Clements, meie mees, poolfinaalis.
So we're just waiting for the next two drivers to come through. We've got Jaunakai, I believe, and James Dean. So we're waiting for those. They'll come and do the parade as well. So again, make sure you show your appreciation to these guys. Really cheer them on, and we're going to get some great battles out of them.
So okay, Enver is just going to the starting line, and Clements and Enver will be ready.
So we've got Nissan against Nissan. I believe we've got Tri-Ace tyres against Westlake tyres.
Exactly.
I'm thinking V8 against V8.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not so sure about Enver's car, but yeah, both are Nissans, as you said, on semi-slick tires, good drivers, one local driver from Estonia, another from far away, Cyprus. So I believe it takes a lot of effort to come from Cyprus to Northern Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
to have
exactly.
a drift battles.
But Enver's, he's going to be here for the next couple of rounds as well. So he's doing here in Estonia. As long as the car is all okay, he's going to come to Riga with us, and then we're actually going to go on to Germany as well.
So yeah, and then he's driving back home, I believe, from Germany.
I don't think he'll be driving that car back home, is it?
No.
Okay, here we go.
And here they are.
Enver's leading in, already pulled a massive gap going into the first corner.
Christian is trying to get closer, not so easy, over the hill.
Nice angle.
Transition, yeah. Christian is now getting closer.
Managed to make up that ground.
Yeah, nice lead run from Enver.
I think that's probably the strongest run I've seen from Enver's, to be honest.
Oh yeah. So yeah, really, for conclusion, really nice lead run.
Fantastic run, brilliant.
A lot of speed in entry. Christian was missing this speed, but was able to catch Enver pretty much at the second half of the track. The transitions were pretty good, at least starting from the hill in the middle of the track. So after that, everything worked out for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised there how much ground he managed to make up, because there was a good few car lengths coming into this first transition. Must have kept him napping on the line when they set off.
Yeah, exactly. And now both guys are driving back to the starting line, and they will go opposite.
Yeah, switch around, and now it's Clements to lead, and Hakkasap to chase.
Yeah. Actually, I was a little bit surprised that Christian Clements was so slow during the chase run. So let's see what he can do during the lead run, or what actually can do Enver.
Yeah, like I said, it was a very strong run from Hakkasap on that lead. So I think Clements he's going to have to pull one out of the bag here. He's going to got to be on his A game going into this run.
Absolutely. So the guys are ready. Charges are ready. Ready to go.
Thumbs up. Lights are green. All four wheels off, coming into that first corner.
Whoa, so close to the concrete.
Couldn't even get a piece of paper in there.
And Enver is also very close to Christian Clements. Nice transition at the same time. Christian is very close to concrete.
Yeah, Hakkasap's right on his door though. Look how close that is.
Hakkasap has slightly smaller angle, but now coming to the end of the track. And what happened with Hakkasap? He was straightening out.
So unlucky there, so unlucky. Absolute. That was an amazing run. That was brilliant from both drivers.
Yeah, pretty much until the end. Just somehow Hakkasap was struggling at the end, and it might mean that Christian Clements might go to the final.
That mistake, whether it was technical or he just came in a bit too fast and shallow into that last clipping point, but I think he just lost too many points.
Absolutely. So we have to wait a little bit to get confirmation.
So judges are just having a quick look at some replays, mulling this over, talking between themselves, but hopefully we're going to have a decision pretty soon.
So yeah, it seems that Enver was just on the brakes too much or something like that.
Huge round of applause for these guys.
Suur aplaus, olge valmis. Kohe saame teada, kes on selle battle'i võitja. Kas läheb finaali Christian Clements, Eesti mees? Või kauge külaline Küproselt? And the winner of this battle, are you ready? Kas te olete valmis? Kõik publik, olge valmis. Siit selgub, kas meie meest on oodatud finaali või tuleb sõita 3.-4. kohale. And it's Christian Clements!
Like I said, I think just that slight straightening up, that mistake coming into that list clipping point from Hakkasap handed it to Clements.
You know, unfortunate for one driver is the luck for another one. So yeah, Christian Clements takes the win, and we can see him in the final. So we have a Estonian driver in final, and quite shortly we will see against him he's going. Is it David Saunakais from Latvia or James the Machine Dean from Ireland? Before this battle, we will have drive-through. We will have a drive-through by Jaunakais and James Dean. They will just wave you. Just big applause for these drivers.
Yeah, so we need to make sure we put our hands together for these drivers.
Lehvitage oma lemmiksõitjatele kaugelt Iirimaalt, James Dean, David Saunakais, noor andekas Läti sõitja. Siit selgub Christian Clementsi vastane.
There you go, crowd really getting involved there, showing some appreciation to these guys. We've got Falcon against Westlake, we've got BMW against Nissan, we've got Ireland against
Latvia. And we also have actually Toyota against Chevy, because BMW has a Chevy engine and James Dean has a Toyota engine. So it's some kind of mashup, to be honest. But yeah, both guys are getting ready. I hope that the crowd is ready. Also the charges. So it will be an interesting battle. To be honest, Jaunakais has been quite crazy today. Hitting really hard,
yeah, bit hit and
very
miss,
aggressive.
You know, not as consistent as some of the other drivers, but he's aggressive. We can't fault him for that. He's given it everything that he has.
So yeah, we will see how it works out for him and James Dean.
So James Dean already got his tyres warmed up. He's sat there on the starting line. Jaunakai now.
They
ready
are
for the green light. Let's cheer these on, guys.
So here they come. James Dean will lead and Jaunakais will chase him. So James Dean has shown us.
And we are go. So James Dean, big angle, massive speed, right
really
against
nice
that wall.
Jaunakais is just next to him. Very close actually to James Dean.
So close, that transition, fantastic.
He's not online, unfortunately, going down the hill, but now getting closer and closer to James Dean. A shallow angle from Jaunakais. James Dean is doing perfect job in front.
Again, perfect, hitting every single clipping point there.
Yeah, up to the hill.
So consistent.
So superb driving from James Dean, and also Jaunakais was pretty good.
Real good battle, that, really good. Again, James going and doing what he's done. Fair play to Janakai. He was on his door coming over that jump into the first corner. Lost a bit of speed as he went over the crest coming into that next transition, but towards the end managed to pull it back. A very close one.
But yeah, to be honest, Jaunakais didn't make things too easy for James Dean as well. So James Dean might be a bit better during this first run, but we will see what he will do as a chase driver.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's the best chase driver in Europe, I believe.
There was no one stood out. There was no huge advances there. So James knows he's going to have to be banging on Jaunakai's
Just
door.
a slight advantage for James Dean, I believe, but we will see what happens now. Are you ready? Right now we will see the second.
So here we go. Middle of the track, throws it in, huge angle right against that wall.
James is keeping distance, now getting closer and closer. Nice transition over the hill, down the hill, to the concrete. Jaunakais is just where he has to be.
Full throttle,
James, wow.
less than a meter away, that's incredible.
Oh!
Tags the wall, such a shame.
Absolutely. Nice lead run from Jaunakais until this moment when he hit the barrier. And James Dean was on spot, everything was brilliant. So yeah.
Huge round of applause for Janakai. Such a shame, that was a brilliant run.
Big applause to both of the drivers. So guys, you can see James Dean here.
Doing a little bit of showing off, both of them.
And David Jaunakais. So do
Huge
we
round
have
of applause, guys.
Do we have Latvian fans here? Hands up, who is the fan of Latvian driver David Jaunakais? Käed püsti, kes on David Jaunakaisi fännid, Läti fännid, meie lõunanaabrite fännid ja samuti James Deani fännid. Supersõitja Iirimaalt, Euroopa meister. Mõlemad mehed näitasid väga häid sõite. Kohe-kohe selgub selle paari võitja ja finaalipartner Kristjan Klemetsile. Are you ready?
Are we going for James Dean or are we going for Kevin?
David Jaunakais. Who will take the win? And the win goes to James the Machine Dean.
Come on, guys. You're falling asleep over there. Wake up.
So we will have a 5-minute break, and after that we should have 2 more battles, I believe. So first battle for 3rd and 4th place between Hakasap and Jaunakais.
Round 4 of the 2016 Drift Allstars Championship brings top-level drifting to the heart of the Baltics at Leiter Rally Park near Tallinn. The first of 3 back-to-back events in Europe, with the Latvian and German Drift GPs taking place over the following 2 weekends. It'll be interesting to see who played it safe and who went for broke in the run down to the championship. With fierce competition from local talent too, the best of the Baltics would face off from the best of the Drift All-Stars. And yet again the testing walls, jumps and elevation changes, pushing the drivers to the limits of their ability. P4 was snatched by young Norwegian driver Fredrik Oxnevad, who showed great form following on from strong results in round 3 in Ireland. Fredrik would battle his way through qualifying to claim another good position, and when the smoke settled, the top 4 drivers will be separated by just 2 points. The reigning 2-time champion James Dean pushed hard during his judge runs, but a mistake on entry was enough to push him back in the session and into 3rd place. The Latvian frontrunner, Jānis Eglīte, he was fired up after getting his championship campaign back on track in Ireland. And Eglīte would charge hard and take the lead of the session for a long time until Australian driver Kantarowski again showed he can mix it up with the best in Europe. Kantarowski brought his all-or-nothing driving style to the technical Estonian circuit, pushing his Speedtech PS13 to the limit and claiming the top qualifying position. The action resumes tomorrow as the main event is streamed on the Drift All-Stars Facebook page at 1:30 local time and 11:30 GMT. So make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat.
Oh, it was pretty interesting. Coming into the first run, I did a pretty solid run, and then second run, I thought I would push on a bit. So flicked it hard into the first turn, and it turned out great. Oh, this is the 3rd time we're here. It's great to be back. It's easier now since we've been there 3 times and tested the track, and we know how to deal with the jump into the first corner. It's pretty awesome to feel the car sideways in the air, but at first it was frightening, but now it's just fun. Yeah, I feel more comfortable in the car now. It's a new engine, it's Weissfab, it feels better, the car. So we're having a good time out there. I feel I fully think we could do in the championship overall. So we're aiming high. Oh, we'll do whatever we can. So we're going hard for it. We got some practice lap yesterday on the wet. So I'm pretty dialed on the wet condition, but I'm really hoping for dry conditions. So either way, we are prepared and we're going to put on a big show and the best we can to take it home.
Yeah, I had a great day, first day in Estonia, and it's great to be back here at this track. It's a really exciting track for the drivers and the fans watching because it's really unique with the jump onto the wall. So it's definitely a big challenge to drive, and if you get it wrong, you're going to be going home early with a lot of damage. So luckily we escaped today pretty well. Had some wall taps in practice and having good fun, really enjoyed it. And qualifying went well. First run played it pretty safe, just got a score on the board. And second run pushed harder, got a nice sweet run. And
Orjanoko is chasing, Enver is in the front, just going over the hill. To the concrete, Janoko has made a big mistake and has to break down. The position is not good for him, trying to catch up with Cyprus driver and up to the hill, over the line.
Yeah, again from Enver's Hakasab there, a nice steady run, nothing spectacular, but nice and clean, but huge mistake there.
Yeah, really decent run from Cyprus driver, and Jaunakas was really struggling. So now the guys will switch places and we will see how it goes.
Yeah, so Jaunakai really needs to go for it. He really needs, like he's been doing all weekend, he needs to be super strong coming into this first corner. And again, Enver's Hakasab, he's just got to be nice, consistent, stay on his door, pushing him along. I mean, this is for third and fourth place.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, this isn't the first battle, this is third and fourth place. One of these guys
will be
on the podium.
Absolutely.
So we're just getting ready now. They're lined up, waiting for the green light.
Crowd, are you ready? Thumbs up if you're ready.
Ooh, I can see a few people getting involved there, but not too many. We can do better than that, Estonia, can't we? There we go.
Thank you, guys.
That also means you as well, Grandstand. We haven't forgot about you, don't worry.
So we're just waiting to get the ambulance back to position, as they had some business to do, I believe.
Yeah, hopefully we won't be needing it, but they've always got to be safe. That's one of the things here is, as crazy as they are, we put concrete walls in, we give them jumps, we give them blind crests, but we have to also make sure that they're safe.
Absolutely, so we must be prepared. There is never too much safety.
So when the ambulance makes an appearance, I think we all need to give him a round of applause. Get him to hurry up as well. So while we've got a bit of a delay and we're waiting for this ambulance, we've got Niall here. the organiser of Drift Allstars, the man that helps make all this happen with a few other colleagues. So tell us, what have we got coming up in the next few weeks? What have we got to look forward to?
We've got 2 super busy weeks. We got Riga next week. It's funny actually. I think a lot of drivers are scared of coming to Estonia because the walls has got a bit of a reputation. But we got a full grid of 50 drivers for Riga next week. That's like one of the most popular ones of the season. And then ship everything out to Germany like four or 5 days later. So I think a lot of guys are in, let's say, they're saving their car mode. They're not going to kill it here because they've got 2 more events to go. So it's yeah, I don't know, they're being economical maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we know Riga is one of the biggest events on the calendar. It has a crazy turnout, both drivers and the crowd. So these guys are really pumped. We hope they're not going to go too conservative here because we want to see some great battles.
So yeah, Bikernicki track next Friday and Saturday. It's a long day, like 12 to like 7 or 8 at night, qualifying top 32 in one day, 50 drivers. It's a pretty insane day. And then 1 week later, the Euro Speedway Lausitz, and yeah, super high speed track, 180 kilometers an hour entry, really fast bends. They're looking at like 35,000 fans turning up just for that event.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, we're talking 180 kilometers an hour there. I mean, you think we're doing 120 kilometers here, and it's super fast coming into a concrete wall. So we're adding 50% on top of that, and then pulling the handbrake and going sideways.
Yeah. So I think you're just about ready to go back. All right.
Wait! Round of applause for the ambulance finally turning up, so we can get back to the action.
So we are ready to go. Second half, third and fourth place.
Go. So David's the lead this one. First corner, throws it in, super aggressive. A little shallow there from Envers, but he keeps right up there, super close in transition.
Enver really does a good job chasing Janakais. A bit shallow to get closer to Janakais, but it's a decent run. Janakais is also getting the clipping points and right spot on the track. Up to the hill, and yeah.
Cross the line.
Yeah, for
huge round of applause for the guys.
So let's see, do we have a decision? We don't say it actually. As we are talking about fourth and third place battle here, then the winner of this battle will be announced after the final, and it's not announced from the tower where we are standing right now.
Yeah, exactly. So all that happens now is the judges will decide, do they have a decision? And we wait to find out after the final battle, or do we go one more time with these guys? And if that's the case, then we run one more time. But I think we can confirm the judges do have a decision. So once the final battle has been run, we will then announce the top places.
Yeah, and all of you, you're welcome to walk to the pretty much close to the starting line after the final battle, because we will announce the winners there. Kallis publik, kui finaal saab läbi, siis palun kõigil koguneda poodiumite juurde, mis on seal stardipaiga lähedal, kus antakse kätte auhinnad, karikad ja me saame teada, kes on 3. ja 4. koha sõiduvõitja ja samuti, kes on finaali võitja.
So we're now in for the final battle, so I want everybody off their feet for this one. Let's show some appreciation to these guys. The reason they're in the final is because they have been on it all weekend. We want to make sure that we give them the appreciation they deserve.
So please guys, stand up. Kallis publik, palun tõuske püsti. Meie enda mees Kristjan Klemets on finaalis. Euroopa parima sõitja James Deani vastu.
So we now have Ireland against Estonia.
So yeah, both are rather small countries.
Yeah, so let's cheer these on. Once they leave the line, I want to hear everybody in this park cheering them on. We are in for one crazy battle.
So everybody are ready. Judges are ready. We are ready. The drivers are ready.
All we need now is the green light.
So crowd, are you ready? Here we go.
Let's cheer these guys on. Throws it into the first corner. Great angle. End plate comes off. Just tags the wall.
Kristjan Klemets is trying to get closer to James Dean, who is making perfect lead run. Kristjan Klemets is close. Now losing some distance, trying to catch once again with a shallow angle. Very nice driving from James Dean, and Christian Clements is once again getting closer and pretty much parking, unfortunately. Yeah, just at the very end he had some trouble to chase down James Dean, but really nice driving from James Dean.
Yeah, fantastic. Again, you've just seen every single run. He's going to put it in these boxes. He's going to hit these clipping points. So if you want to stay with him, you've got to be on your A game. It's as simple as that. If you slightest mistake, all of a sudden you're going to lose some ground. You're then going shallow. You're then losing angle. The judges are going to duck you for points for that. So now, Clements, he has to go harder than he has all weekend.
Absolutely. So I really hope that Christian Clements can offer the best lead run, what is possible, to James Dean, and James Dean is able to catch him.
So guys, are we ready for what could be the final run of the weekend?
Are we ready?
Are you sure? You don't sound too sure.
I can see that at least charges are ready. We are ready.
And we are off.
Nice entry from Christian Clements. James Dean is just on his door.
Super close on that transition.
Once again, very nice transition. Christian Clements was really very close to concrete. James Dean is now catching up. A little
bit shallow, but he's right on the door. He's where he needs to be.
Also very nice driving by Christian Clements in front. Up to the hill. Wow.
Hands together for that, guys. That was amazing.
Estonian-Irish battle in final of Drift All-Star OptiBet Estonian Drift GP. So it seems that we will have a decision. Just a moment for confirmation. Yes, we have a decision. In other words, all the crowd, please move to the podium. The podium is close to the starting line, so just move to this direction. Kallis publik, palun liikuge stardialasse, seal on poodium ootamas. Seal saame teada kolmanda koha võitja ja teise ja esimese koha võitjad. Ehk siis autasustamine algab orienteeruvalt 5 kuni 10 minuti pärast, nii et kodanikud, palun kiirustage. Okay, short break from us and just back in 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you. 1, 2. Mic check. Hello.
Right, is everyone here? We all ready?
Are we ready? Yes, we are.
So before we actually give out any results, can everyone just give everybody that competed this weekend a round of applause, especially these four, to get into the finals?
Big applause! Woo!
So now we're going to announce who finished third place.
In other words, we don't announce fourth place.
No, because you don't get no champers.
No, sorry guys.
So in third place,
Da-da-da-da-da-da!
the man from Cyprus, Envers Hakasap.
Big applause from Cyprus driver. I'm sure it wasn't an easy day for him.
No, not at all. Like I said, he doesn't speak that much English anyway, so working with all the guys and the ground staff, he's done absolutely fantastic.
But at least he has a cup and a champagne, so yeah. He should be happy, I believe.
Of course.
So now it seems that we're getting ready for the final announcement of the day.
So rather than going straight to the winner, we're going to narrow it down and give you second place first.
Yeah, let's give the second place first.
So, in second place, I'm going to let you announce this one.
Yeah, if you say so. Second place, Estonian Drift GP, Christian Klemet! Woo!
So that means the machine, James Dean,
so both of you
is
guys,
the winner
James Machine Dean
of the Estonian OptiBet Drift GP.
And James, now it's your turn. Please go ahead. Big applause to the winner, James the Machine Dean from Ireland. Woo! Really awesome battles, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for all the drivers.
And thank you to all the crowd for coming out, getting involved. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic weekend.
Yeah, thank you for the weather as well. So I believe that quite shortly we have to step back because of the champagne shower what we will have.
No, we'll get involved. Huge round of applause. Congratulations, guys.
So it's total international podium. Third place to Cyprus, second place to Estonia, and first place to Ireland. Woo! Please don't leave. We are ready for champagne. I hope the girls are ready for champagne. No, don't go away. You have to stand here, in front.
No, you're supposed to come closer, not further away.
Here we go.
Woo!
Champagne shower for everybody. Woo!
Hey!
It just took some time. So thank you everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, and see you next week in Riga. Pikernicki Racetrack is waiting for you on Friday and Saturday, I believe. There is always room for one selfie more, I believe.